Hello and welcome to the New York Sports Show. I'm Dominic Konowski. The New York Yankees go into their off day at the standalone spot at the top of the American League East with a 15-10 record. Being 5 games over 500, New York is seeing early success this season. But nonetheless, it has been a story of the good, the bad, and the ugly offensively. And with that, I'm going to call out some players who have done a fantastic job, one player who's just done an average job, along with 4 players who have just been downright awful. You could probably already think of the names to yourself right now. Starting off with the good players. Of course, being led by Aaron Judge. 25 games this season, almost a full month into this season. He has a .415 batting average with a 1.247 OPS for 26 RBIs and 7 home runs. Would have been 8 if the umpires and scoring weren't absolutely blind. And then you have Paul Goldschmidt, who is having a stellar season, a truly renaissance of his vintage self, which I'm absolutely loving. Same amount of games played at 25, batting close to 400 at 383 with a 922 OPS. And then you have Trent Grisham. Where did he come from? The closer. He has been clutch for so many games this season, has appeared in 20 of them, has 6 home runs next to his name. Overall, though, only has 16 hits, so 6 of those 16 hits are for the long ball, a 320 batting average, and a 1.093 OPS. And then, of course, I gotta throw him in. Honorable mention is Ben Rice. Now, I saw Ben Rice make his AA debut for Somerset when they were going against the Hartford Yard Goats. I knew he was going to be caught up to the majors fast. Did not really impress his rookie season, but then he threw on that number 22, and he became the new Juan Soto of New York baseball. Batting a .288 through 22 games with 6 home runs and 12 walks on the season. He's been able to find his way on base an awful lot. Now, when it comes to the bad category, I could only throw one player on this list, and that's Jason Dominguez. He just hasn't really stood out this season. He has 28 strikeouts next to his name and a .234 batting average. He's had his moments defensively, but overall offensively, he's kind of been asleep at the wheel, except for a few standout moments. But nonetheless, he's just not been able to be consistent. And then the ugly category. You do not want to be in this category. You got to be the worst of the worst. And there is, frankly, one very big surprising name on there I'll get to in a second. But starting off, we all knew this was coming. Anthony Volpe. Look, he's not an everyday player in the major leagues, at least not for the New York Yankees. He makes too many blunders defensively, otherwise he could be great. You really don't know what you're going to get from him, but offensively in 25 games, he has 31 strikeouts, batting below the Mendoza line at a 198 with 15 RBIs this season. And then you have Austin Wells, who was the leadoff man for opening day. He's been the leadoff man the majority of the season, which I don't understand when you're also batting below the Mendoza line with a 181 average in 22 games. Played almost every game this season. I know he dealt with food poisoning lately, but wow. Wells has been absolutely atrocious. And then you have Cody Bellinger. Look, I would have never expected Cody Bellinger on the ugly list to begin the season. I know we're not even a full month in. He could easily change things around. He's definitely adjusting to playing in New York. I don't feel like there's a big adjustment because he did play in Los Angeles for the Dodgers. I mean, that's as big of a market as New York baseball is, in my opinion. Maybe the media is slightly more tougher than Los Angeles media. Nonetheless, 22 games, 21 strikeouts, almost a strikeout per game for Bellinger, and he's batted a 177 with a 527 OPS. And then the final player on this list is Jazz Chisholm. Besides his standout series against the Milwaukee Brewers at the beginning of the season, he's been awful. He's played in 25 games, has 107 play appearances, most play appearances between these 4 players on the ugly list. He has 7 home runs, which is why he has 15 RBIs. The majority of those RBIs have come from his 7 long balls this season. But nonetheless, he is batting in his own zip code below the Mendoza line. Batted a 165 with a 698 OPS. Oh my God, that is just disgusting. Now, overall, the Yankees have had a very good season. I mean, of course, you need to have somewhat of a good season, be leading the league when it comes to being one of the best teams. They are tied right now with the Detroit Tigers for the best record of Major League Baseball for the American League. But the Yankees need to wake up a little bit more offensively because they cannot rely on Judge, Goldschmidt, Grissom, and Ben Rice. I think Grissom right now is frankly an insanity story. I don't think he's going to be able to keep it up, but what we're seeing from him is fantastic. Ben Rice, he's still young, he's still learning. I do expect him to make some rookie mistakes this season. Nonetheless, though, I'm happy with Jason Dominguez's effort. I just don't think it belongs in that good tier, but everybody in that ugly tier needs to step up their game. Comment down below what you guys think. I'm Dominic Konoveski. Take it easy, folks.